Okay.
Hi.
This is Milton.
Hi, Milton.
Nice to meet
Hi.
you.
And Victoria.
Nice to meet you. Come over here, please.
Do you want Victoria to wait outside or
That is Brisbane. It's
knock them
10
over,
to 8, and of course at 8 o'clock you'll get your ABC News and then a bit of insight into the week's current affairs with This Week as well. But first, I want to tell you about a party that's happening today in Brisbane, but it's a party with a bit of a purpose too, a celebration of all things Colombian. It has been a difficult year for people in lots of parts of the world, but certainly in Colombia as well. And I think wherever you have connections around the world, the last couple of years, I mean, you just feel a bit further away than you ever have before, I think, don't you? It's been a bit harder to feel those close connections when you know that you can't travel and there is a little bit of distance in it for us. So to have the opportunity to get together and to celebrate, be together in expat communities around Australia has never been more important, I don't think. And today in King George Square, there's the Colombian Independence Day Festival happening. It starts at 11 o'clock and Milton Arandia is one of the musicians who'll be taking the stage at the festival today. But he's here in studio now with his guitar, which he may well play if we ask him kindly in a couple of minutes' time. But Milton, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thanks for the invitation.
So first of all, people might be thinking, Colombian Independence, I mean, isn't that in a slightly different place in the calendar?
Yeah, 20th of July.
Yes. But we've had a couple of postponements. This is third time lucky to acknowledge this day. Yeah. Tell me, what has this last little while been like for people in Colombia? What are you hearing about from your relatives at home?
In terms of COVID, the last 1.5 years, 2 years has been very, very hard for them. And also the political situation is quite tense. But as we are used to, just put a good face, good smile to the hard times. So our family and friends, they are doing their best to overcome this situation.
And we've had some challenges in Australia, some lockdowns and some difficulty with work and things like that for some people. But on the whole, we've had a, pretty lucky situation, really. Is there anything that you could share about what it's been like for your family in Colombia lately, in terms of work and in terms of, daily life?
Yeah, absolutely. The good thing in Colombia is they've been doing the vaccination and it's getting good. For example, at this stage, all my family has been vaccinated, and yeah, in terms of work, it's been really hard, but fortunately, most of them they could keep their jobs.
You've been here in Australia for 5 years.
5 years now.
Here in Brisbane. And so have you felt particularly far away lately from home? Has it felt further?
It's like you could be here for a long time, but when you know that the borders are closed, it's like, that's that invisible barrier and you feel away. But I decided to, take it easy and just think about that in the future we'll get the chance to get together. They'll come here or I'll be there. Just, take it easy.
And what's the festival going to be all about today, the Independence Day Festival?
Yeah, this year is a big deal for the Colombian and Latin American community because this edition is called United for Colombia. So at the beginning of this year was some political issues in Colombia. People went to the streets to protest. And also here in Brisbane.
What were they protesting?
Why?
Why were they protesting?
Because the government, really bad administration, it's like there's no money to support people during COVID. But at the same time, this guy buy lots of things for war and things that doesn't make any sense.
So protesting mismanagement, and their perspective is mismanagement.
Yeah, and corruption.
Yeah, and so how will that be reflected today then, or is it just about getting together today?
During the last few months, we have some events and protests here in Brisbane, and not just in Brisbane. There's a huge community in Melbourne and Sydney and Perth, and now all the Colombian communities are connected around the world. So they did events simultaneously with people in Los Angeles, Chicago, New York. So
I was saying further apart and further away, but maybe you feel closer together than you have before.
It's true. But people coming from Sunshine Coast, from other places around Queensland, to the events, to the protests, and today is the first time we get together after all this crazy year to celebrate and to take a break on these crazy things.
And for people listening who don't have any connections to the Colombian community, should they think about coming along as well?
Absolutely. This festival is not about a group of Colombians getting together. It's about all these artists. It's about music, food, art, handcrafts, all that stuff. And it's the moment that we have for share that with the Australian community. That's the main purpose of the.
You can buy tickets online in advance, or you can buy tickets at the gate if you're interested at King George Square. It starts at 11 o'clock. The ticket price is around $10. Milton Arandia is my guest. He's here with his guitar. You were looking out the window, Milton, a moment ago. That's where I used to busk, just down there.
I started in this city 5 years ago from scratch my career. And I used to busk here in South Bank and sometimes at Queen Street Mall. And I feel so happy and so grateful with this city because this city has given me everything. Could
we ask you to play that guitar one more time just
absolutely.
Here in South Bank?
Yeah, absolutely. One more thing.
Yeah.
This has a guitar shape, but it's called tiple.
Tiple.
Yeah, and it's our Colombian traditional instrument.
Okay.
So this next song is called Tierra de Nadie, Terra Nullius, and it's based on the Colombian traditional rhythm. La tierra donde nací, tierra donde moriré, la tierra donde crecí, donde de niño jugué. Para ellos tierra de nadie, lo que para mí es mi fe. Tierra que me alimenta, la que me quita la sed. Donde yo te conocí y de ti me enamoré. Para ellos tierra de nadie, lo que para mí es mi fe. Donde mis padres sembraron, yo no cosecharé. la tierra que nos quitaron, y yo aún no sé por qué, donde mis padres sembraron.
You're hearing Milton Arandia, and he'll be on stage at the Colombian Independence Festival in King George's Square from 3 o'clock. It starts at 11. It's time for the news now, 8 o'clock.